Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Coffee Talk TBSC. My name is Madison. I'm the marketing executive here at the Business Software Center. And in today's session, I'm going to be talking about building SaaS revenue streams and improving your SaaS sales funnels through SaaS ecosystems. So if you didn't catch the Coffee Talk last month we talked about the importance of building ecosystems. The reason why we build ecosystems is to create strong partnerships with other companies, business to business, and allow ourselves to network in between each other, train our sales teams between each other, and kind of create value-added services between one another as well. So that way you can enter into different markets. And with cloud business, these SaaS ecosystems can help, gain new customers, retain current customers, and then provide value-added services to help retain these customers. So if you're interested in growing your cloud business, maybe this is something you can consider doing, building a SaaS ecosystem or sticking around and staying tuned into um, SaaS sales funnels. So what are the key growth factors for SaaS? Well, based off of, our experience working with SaaS and what we've been involved in here at the Business Software Center, our primary focus is our current product, Smarter SaaS, which tracks and monitors Microsoft 365 licensing subscriptions and really shows with the health check an in-depth view of usage. This includes security, compliance features, usage of all the apps, etc. So we have a lot of experience working with SaaS. We've been in the business for about 14 years now. And so based off of like all of our experiences here, we have this idea of how to help build recurring revenue streams, because in order to have a SaaS business, it's really important to have that recurring revenue and have your client subscribe to either that month-to-month contract or a year-long contract or even a 3-year-long contract. It's really important to kind of get them involved and realize that you offer services that can help them for more than just a one-off service. So ARR stands for annual recurring revenue. So it's the number of subscribers times the average unit price. And so, of course, if you're building your SaaS cloud business and you're building the number of subscribers that subscribe to your product or service, obviously you're going to be making more money because you multiply the amount of subscribers to the average unit price. So the key drivers for the growth factors for SaaS include the churn or the lost customers, acquisition or new customers, and the value-added services, which increase average subscription price. And that's something we should really focus on here, and that's really interesting, is that you could be offering something right now, right? Like a product or a service, whether you have it month to month, bill year annually, whatever. If you partner up with somebody and build your SaaS ecosystem, you can add additional services which would increase the subscription price. So that's another way of building your annual recurring revenue. And so another key growth factor for SaaS is winning new customers by keeping them and increasing your added services, which I've reviewed as much as I possibly can within this time frame that we have here today. Now it's time to look at the sales funnel. So we can see that the sales funnel on the right side of your screen here is what an average sales funnel looks like: awareness, discovery, evaluation, intent, purchase, loyalty. And so all of these stages include a lot of time and manual effort on your sales team. I mean, I would imagine so. Uh, Firstly, bringing awareness to the customer. Of course, that might include your marketing department as well, but if you're cold calling or sending emails as a sales team, you have to really send out a lot of information and try to build some traction to get customers interested in your product or service. And that takes a lot of it takes a lot of manual labor to get that done. Then, you need to qualify these leads and really figure out, is this client, are we matching up with this client's needs and wants? Do we answer the client's questions? Do we help the client out, etc.? And so you might have an initial meeting with the client to kind of get a feel for where they are at and what they need, etc., especially with cloud business, building SaaS business, because SaaS is relatively easier to adapt and change depending on where it's being hosted and things like that. You might want to sit down and if you are currently offering something that the client doesn't necessarily need, you might be able to put it in like your development plan and etc. So doing these meetings with clients is always important. And then you need to define exactly what their needs and wants are. Finally, once you're able to figure that out, you make an offer, right? And then what you're going to do is negotiate and finalize the proposal. So this is like a really long sales strategy. I mean, we're only at stage 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're still not closing the sale yet. We still don't have customer loyalty yet. So it's a lot of back and forth, trying to figure out what the customer needs, wants, are they even interested in this product? And it takes a lot of time. So finally, we're at the closing the deal stage. And sometimes you don't even get to this point. And that could even be difficult, letting sales kind of fall through the cracks just because you realized, so late in the game that they aren't really meeting needs or wants. And then finally, delivering stage 8 as the last stage here, which is delivering the final product, allowing them to, either download the product, have access to the product, etc. So it's a really long sales process. So that's what I would say is the primary problem with the sales funnel. Um, I would say complexity is all throughout, but I think like the main area of complexity is probably the stage 2 area, which is the discovery area, quantifying leads, initial meeting, defining prospect needs, etc. So basically what's going on is customers don't have, information, right? So you have to educate them and teach them and let them know about this information. And because they don't necessarily have the information initially when they're using the product, it's really hard to define the prospect needs, and sometimes the propositions are left incomplete. And this means that you're going to have a low win rate, and it's a long time to close. I mean, I've already reviewed all this stuff. So let's just go ahead into the next slide and see what else I have. Okay, so solving the sales funnel process. So I took you through the really long process, and this is an idea of how you can automate your sales funnel and make it a little bit faster for your cloud business. Now, like I said, partnering and building SaaS ecosystems is one way of doing this because maybe your partners have better sales funnel processes or better conversion rates or something. You can always feed off of one another and try different ideas out and see what works for you. But this is what worked for us at TBSC and our Smarter SaaS, and I'll explain that really quickly. So if you're looking to boost Microsoft 365 license usage, for instance, like we did for for our Smarter SaaS product, we noticed that by automating our sales funnel, it boosted our conversion rates. So right now we offer a free health check service that turns into a production service. And so the conversion rate we have is 86%. And so this takes out a lot of the middleman work. So basically what you do is you ask one simple question, right? You go to your customer and you say, when was the last time you had a health check on your Microsoft 365 subscriptions? Most of them will say, well, we never did. Okay, well, let us give you this free health check. We'll turn it on, and then we'll give you an analysis of where you're at, and we'll benchmark you and compare you to other clients that we've had and compare you to the Microsoft benchmarking that Microsoft encourages their employees to be at, etc. You know what I mean? And only after you have that health check to validate the information can you generate a proposal, because you're not wasting your time figuring out your client's needs, wants. You're not doing all this stuff with the bulky sales funnel. What you're doing is you're actually getting the permission to do with the health check, and that allows you to get all the information that you need in order to create the proposal. So this includes things like looking at their joiners, movers, leavers, and offering ways of uh, offering security throughout that process and ensuring they close down licenses whenever that happens. Or another example is compliance. You can see that some of their licenses are no longer in compliance, and you can help encourage them that way. Or some of their applications just aren't being used. And if your cloud business focuses on training, You can encourage them to train their employees a little bit better on how to use these applications rather than not use them at all. So what you do is you basically hand them the proposal during the health check, and it's then up to the customer and the customer's decision on, okay, what they're going to do from here. Because the health check that we give them, even though it's free and it gives a lot of information, we don't try to give as many specific things. A lot of it remains anonymized. And so it's up to the customer whether they want to switch on the product or product, and in that way, they have the decision to receive the information and allow you to kind of go in and help them with this. So this is just our idea of how to solve a sales funnel process. Like I said, if you start building your SaaS ecosystem and you focus on other things that aren't related to Microsoft, maybe you focus on Salesforce or I don't even know, anything else that, is a month-to-month subscription kind of software kind of thing. There's other ways you can do it, and it's a kind of matter of thinking outside the box. So if you think that you would be interested in teaming up with TBSC, if you think this would be something you're interested in doing, feel free to reach out to us. My name is Madison. You can reach out to me, info@businesssoftwarecenter.com. You can see on my slide deck here. This is the different ways you can contact us. We would really love to meet you, talk to you, see where things are going. We have a partner page on our Business Software Center website. You can find out more information on how to be a partner or even contact us through our website. We've definitely noticed a lot of improvements with our current revenue streams, especially with our partners, simplifying the sales funnel process. And so I greatly look forward to talking with you and meeting with you. So please do get in contact with me if you'd like to learn more. Thank you so much for joining my Coffee Talk TBSC today, and I hope to speak to you again soon. Bye bye.